Hey guys, welcome back to my Flash Funding YouTube channel. This is going to be our first ever funded trader interview that we're going to be posting on our YouTube channel. And in this first traders interview, we have Joab with us, who is a funded trader of My Flash Funding. And in today's video, in today's interview, we're going to deep dive into his story, how he became a profitable trader, how he came to know about My Flash Funding, when did he take the challenge, how he passed it and became our Flash trader. But just before we do that, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And make sure that you watch this interview until the end, because somewhere in the interview, we're going to announce the details for a $10,000 My Flash Funding account giveaway. So make sure that you watch it until the end so you know how to participate in the giveaway. So congratulations, man, on passing the evaluation and getting the funded account. Tell us something about yourself, who you are, where are you from?
You are welcome, Mr. Jawad. I'm Joab Rukatoba, and I'm a Ugandan. I live in the capital city of Kampala. I'm a humanitarian. I work with a humanitarian organization. So I'm a social worker, but besides that, I've been in training for Forex trading for some time. And I started trading with prop firms. In fact, I should say I started trying prop firms since 2019. But I've been successful from 2022. So I have worked with many other prop firms, but I landed on my flash funding. I looked at the futures and rules, trading rules for traders, for challenges, and I felt it should be one of those that I should give a try. But I want to tell you, the first time I took a challenge with my flash funding, it was the easiest of all I have ever done, I've ever purchased, and I immediately passed it.
That's very nice.
Yes, with my trading journey, it hasn't been an easy journey or program.
Yeah.
Because when you are starting trading, you don't have all the details and the technicals that are needed.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it becomes a bit hard along the way. But forex trading is not for the weak, not for the timid, but for those people who have decided to be consistent and persistent to make sure that they find their way out in the trading career. So
Totally
I
agree.
took I made the same decision, and I continued with training and learning online from successful traders until I started being profitable with my personal accounts,
Yeah.
trading accounts. However, as you know, as we trade with our personal accounts, we do not have sufficient funds, and
Happens with everyone.
it becomes hard to achieve the target.
Yeah.
You see sometimes making profits, but they are not reasonable, because if you are if you adapt to a good risk management strategy, it becomes hard for you to earn much, because you have to limit yourself as you risk. So with the little capital we always have, it becomes hard to make a lot of money. So that is the reason that pushed me to make research and study about prop farms.
Yeah.
And this is the direction I came to, because I realized it is easy once you purchase an account. It is easy once you pass the challenge to have a reasonable profit by just making a smaller percentage of the funded account.
That makes sense. Makes
So
sense.
flash funding has been one of the prop firms that I have worked with, but I want to say currently it is the best for me. One of the more reasons is it has got a smaller profit target for the first challenge.
Yeah.
But once you hit that target, it becomes easier, and you work a bit comfortably to achieve the next or the second target in second phase. So it has been easy for me to work with my flash funding, and more so the first the speed that is involved in sending or forwarding the logins once you have passed and you are supposed to go to a next level, it easily saves our time as the traders, because sometimes we have a profitable season whereby you are moving with the market, and the market is bringing the results per your targets, or per your analysis. So you don't need to waste any more time. So my flash funding has got that advantage for traders that you can easily finish one stage and get to another without delay, and therefore you not miss the opportunities that are available in market. So that is the reason why I'm here with you for my flash funding trader interview.
That's very good, man. You talked about that you started with the prop firms in 2019. And I remember personally when I started prop firms, it was also in 2019. Before that, I was just trading my personal account. And I totally agree with you. Trading with your own personal account, it's, we don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. All of us, we don't have that much amount. So we have to grow small accounts, and it's not really easy to do that. So with the opportunities that pro firms are providing, it's now incredibly very good that as a trader we can get funded up to, six figures. We can get funded 100K, $200,000 by just having to complete the evaluation. And with my flash funding, as you just said, we are the first firm to introduce the 6% profit target for phase one and phase two, both in our two-step funding model. And passing my flash funding evaluation is, quite easy as compared to other firms because of less profit targets. And at the same time, and your daily drawdown and your overall drawdown, they remain the same. I want to deep dive into how you started trading, like who told you about Forex and when exactly you started and how much time basically it took you to become profitable. Like what was your whole journey when you started before the pro firms?
Okay, I got to know about Forex at first when, in fact, I had the negative experience at first with online investment.
Yeah.
And I should say I was scammed with some of my colleagues with online investments. However, in the process of doing those Ponzi scheme investments,
Yeah.
I was communicated to someone told me about forex trading, and he told me and he didn't know, by the way, he had never known how to trade. But
Yeah.
he told me that there is. I asked him, how can I invest? How can I make an investment that I do not have control over? How do the profits come through? Then, as he was explaining to me, he told me, but by the way, there is another investment called forex trading. There,
Yeah.
it's you who trades. You will read the market and decide which instruments to trade on, and you will determine, and that will determine your profitability. So I was very interested in knowing what forex is, and that was 2017. So I started researching about forex trading. Later on, there was a company that I learned about in our city, in our town, in the town, that was into forex brokerage. It
Yeah.
was offering sub brokerage services for forex brokerage company. So I decided to go and do more research. So with the intention of learning about forex, more about forex. So when I reached this company, I was told that there is even an opportunity for salesmen,
Uh-huh.
forex brokers,
Yeah.
brokers. So to me, I saw that as an opportunity of getting more exposure about forex trading, because I was going to be trained what to tell to customers.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the chance and be recruited. It wasn't that easy step to do sales, because sometimes sales is not an easy
Yeah.
task.
Makes sense. Totally
I
agree.
decided to take it on with the intention of learning technically what happens in forex trading. And I wasn't disappointed. I was able to get the basic knowledge, because there was a trainer to traders. So I myself, I opened an account and I invested with a
Yeah.
certain broker called FXNet, and I started trading with my personal account with a little man of $100. So because with my little research at first, I knew how big someone can earn in forex. I decided to give it full attention. So from that firm, I worked for that firm till 2020,
Yeah.
and I left to concentrate on my personal trading. That's how I started developing my trading career with the forex.
Ah, that's
Till
nice.
now, I've never been off from forex.
Man, but once you start and if you do not give up and you understand that there is a lot of money that we can make by just making a proper trading strategy, having a trading plan, risk management, and always following that one simple strategy, then you know no one really quits that. I personally, if I tell you about my story, one of my friend told me as well about forex, and literally at that time it was in 2016, late 2016, and literally I had no earthly idea about forex at that time. So I started looking into it. Then what I did, I decided that okay, there is one thing which is called binary options. I ended up learning binary options first before I basically started forex. So what when I was learning binary options, I was trying to make profits. I realized that the potential upside in binary option is not really great as compared to what forex gives you. So then I moved from binary options to Forex, and I learned about Forex. In 2017, I started looking for trading strategies. I developed a trading strategy. It took me around 2.5 years to actually become profitable. Then came 2019 when I came to know about proprietary trading firms. I started doing the challenges, got the friend account, blew up the friend account, just like, an individual Forex trader, the average trader. Took me a lot of time to become profitable as well. So at that time, even though things were not really going great for me, but I did not quit. And that's what, makes you a successful trader. Once you understand the art of trading and you understand all the probabilities, it's going to take a lot of time for you to understand. But once you get to that level, then there is no going back. And it's just, it's basically my passion as well, that I cannot be one day off without trading. I cannot just take any day off. I always do my analysis, even though when there is no opportunity in the market, I just do not force myself to enter into the trade every single day. However, I do my due diligence every day. I look for the trade opportunities every day. If there is any, then I take. If there is nothing, then I do not take.
Okay. In fact, something that I had not told you, when I was working with that brokerage company and I got the basics, there is a client that came in and he had some money, over 5,000 US dollars.
Yeah, yeah.
But of course, I'm telling you that I was just on introduction, because the person who was training us also just knew the basics. He didn't know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
much about trading. So I decided to use the basics that I had just grabbed to work on to help this client earn some profits. And I want to tell you, in the next 2 days, I had turned this 5,000 US dollars to over 8,700 US dollars. However, because I was the owner of the account insisted, the
Yeah, yeah,
next
yeah.
week, the following week, I blew the account.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes
However,
sense. I knew that.
able to make this profit in just these 2 days, if I concentrated and learn technically what is needed to be, I would earn more. And that has been my driving force since then till I have started to see profitable seasons in Forex.
That's very nice. Tell us about your trading strategy. How did you develop the trading strategy that you currently are using, and how did you pass your challenge and become funded trader? Tell us about that.
Okay. Me, when I'm trading, the strategy I use is a trend movement. I
Mm-hmm.
follow the trend movement. However, one other exceptional feature is that I'm a scalper.
Yeah.
So I studied the market from the higher time frame, understanding how the market is what is the market's direction in a longer time frame. Let me say in a month. Then I come down to a week to study the week, how the market is reacting within the week and the retracement levels. Then I come down to 4 hour to a daily time frame. I come down to 4 hours time frame, and the 4 hours time frame
Yeah.
gives me a clear of the market, since I'm a scalper, more
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
scalper than
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
trader. And then I come down to 15 minutes where I usually find my entries and execute my trades. However, as I trade as a scalper, I always look at the correction and recorrection levels of the market.
Yeah.
Because if I ever trade in a direction that is against the market movement, obviously I will lose. So I'm not saying that I never make losses. I make losses, but when at least I have tried my level best to calculate to determine or to identify the direction of the market. So I trade trends with consciousness of retracements. So sometimes I make little money in retracements, and then I do make entries whenever I realize that there is a correction to follow the trend. So whenever the market changes the trend or moves or shows signs that it is uh, doing a reversal, a complete reversal out of the trend,
Yeah.
then I have to wait and see whether the reversal is confirmed, because reversals are always confirmed with certain setups. So I also follow those setups to ensure that I adapt or move with the market in its current trend. So I'm a trend movement trader and more so a scalper.
So trend is your friend, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's nice. Uh, One thing I want to talk about here, I, from my personal experience, I know that once you develop a trading strategy, and if you're just trading on your personal account, then you have a certain rules for risk system, risk management. You know how much money you're going to be risking on every single trade. What is going to be your average risk to reward ratio from the trades that you're taking? But when it comes to the pro firms, as we have risk parameters in place, like 4% daily drawdown, 8% overall drawdown, and we have to make 6% phase one profit and 6% phase two profit target, risk management is going to be different, and you have to adopt according to the parameters set by the prop firms. So my question to you, what is your risk management system when you were doing the challenge with my flash funding? What was your risk management when you were just trading on your personal account? And what is your risk management right now that you are using on your funded account?
Okay. One important thing as I trade a prop firm account, and that is to mention my flash funding account. One important thing is to study the rules, to understand the rules of the prop firm. Because when you're trading a personal account, you have the capacity sometimes to lose, to make a loss. Let me say you have a room or a right without any punishment, any external punishment, of losing more than 700, rather 7% of your account.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a prop firm, I take a keen attention to study what is the maximum above which I cannot lose in a day. And for the case of my flash funding, I'm not supposed to lose more than 4% in a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not supposed to lose more than 6% in overall.
Yeah, exactly.
To more than 8% in overall.
Yeah.
That is
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
a two-phased challenge.
Two-step evaluation. Yeah.
So, yes. Now, me, when I get onto my trading day, one thing I make a predetermined decision. I take a decision, a prior decision, to say, let me say today I will not lose more than 2,000 US dollars for the case of over 100,000 USD account.
Yeah.
So all analysis and the decisions and lot size that I'm supposed to enter with in the trade that I have discovered, I ensure that I'm not supposed to lose more than 2% in those trades.
Yeah.
So it comes down to how many payers that I have analyzed or that have given consideration. And in most cases, for me, because I'm a scalper, I do not go for more than 3 instruments.
Yeah.
However, I usually consider 2 instruments. Now, if I'm considering 2 instruments, I'm not supposed to lose more than 2%. Then each instrument is given a portion of 1% in that given day. So I will determine my lot size depending on where I see the possible support level in the case of a buy, or where I see a possible next resistance zone or resistance level in the case of a sell. So that if I'm selling and the trade doesn't go into my direction, that lot size that I have put, it should not exceed 1% if the trade reverses or moves higher or upper resistance in the case of a sell. So I usually consider 1% per trade or per instrument or per entry, and I usually trade mostly with 2 pairs.
That's nice.
Meaning in the case of profits, I will lose 2%. However, the issue of risk-reward ratio, to me, is not static like some other traders explain it.
Yeah.
Because some people say it's not good to trade to have a risk-reward ratio of 1-to-1 or 2-to-2. But the question is, what are the possible resistance and reversal levels that are going to, that you can
Yeah.
experience in it doesn't go in your direction. So if I put a reward ratio of 1-to-2, a risk reward ratio of 1-to-2, and the market has shown that its possible resistance is in at a point of 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, then I will be trading my own mentality. So what I do, I see the levels that the market can possibly reach or not reach, and then I determine my reward at that very point.
Oh, very
So
good.
sometimes I have a
Very
risk
good.
reward ratio of 1-to-0.5, or 1-to-1, or 1-to-2, or 1-to-3, depending on how technically the market has shown its resistance and support levels within
That,
my trend.
that's very good. You are adopting according to the market conditions, and you're not just sticking to, all right, I just have to make sure that I will not be closing my trade before two rewards or before three rewards. And that's very good way, I would say, to approach that. When you see there can be a possibility of a reversal, you just take out from the positions. That's very nice way to basically approach the trading. I have one question. When you were learning to become profitable, you definitely blew up accounts. It definitely took you a lot of time. As you said that you even started with prop firms in 2019, but you did not become profitable with prop firms till 2022. So during that whole period, what was the challenge that you faced, like the most difficult thing that you faced, and how did you overcome that?
Okay, of course, as at the time when prop firms started, I should communicate it clearly that it had prop firms had very tight rules to catch up with.
Yeah.
For instance, you cannot ask me to trade an account and then you tell me you'll not trade during news.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What if I have made an entry and news are coming forward? It means you are asking me to immediately accept the loss that hasn't reached my loss,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
loss. So,
Totally makes
and
sense.
if I enter a trade and all of a sudden the market spikes and it hits that top loss level, it means I have violated your rule. Secondly, some prop firms have been limiting us on putting a stop loss.
Yeah.
You should put a stop loss at the entry of that trade, which is good for a risk management. But sometimes you could make an entry by a mistake, which doesn't literally mean that it is causing you a loss. And then immediately the risk, the lack of stop loss has been detected by the system, and you have been taken off to have violated or bleached the rule, just because you made a slight mistake that is normal. I consider that a normal mistake in forex trading. So certain rules were very tight in the earlier days as we came to know about prop firms, and those themselves, besides our weaknesses in trading, because we hadn't improved, besides those weaknesses, those tighter rules have caused us to lose a lot. And I want to tell you, I lost a lot. Over 12 accounts challenges that I
Yeah.
lost. It reached a level, and I passed the challenges. But when I got to trading a funded account, again I lost
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I could not catch up with those tighter rules. So this is the advantage that the likes of my flash funding has come up with. You do not have a stop loss rule. You do not have a news trading rule. You do not have over the weekend trading rule. In fact, one time I made more profits that helped me to achieve a certain level of profit on my funded account with my flash funding, because I was trading on BTC on weekend. And I made
Okay, yeah,
some
yeah.
good money on the account
That's
because I was
nice.
allowed to trade on weekend. But now you see, during those days, you would not be allowed to trade on weekend. By the time it comes to a Friday, then you have to close all the trades. If they're in losses, you register that loss. However, yet there is a possibility that if you studied the market well, the market levels well, it could be possible that the account the trades could recover, and then you do not incur that loss. But because of the rule, you have incurred the loss automatically. So during those days, those were some of the hurdles that we did not have solutions for, which currently we are enjoying because my flash funding can allow all those rules, has removed all those tighter rules that do not allow the traders to make profits successfully or peacefully.
That's very cool. Guys, if you're still watching, we talked about the $10,000 My Flash Funding account giveaway earlier on in this video. Now, the rules are very simple. You just have to like this video, which is going to be the very first step, subscribe to My Flash Funding YouTube channel, and turn on the notification bell. Third step is going to be you have to let us know in the comment section what did you learn from Joab and his success story, how he became profitable funded trader. Fourth is going to be you have to follow us on our Twitter and join our Discord. We have added our Twitter and Discord community links in the description. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and join our Discord. And we will be announcing the winner of $10,000 My Flash Funding account, and we will let you know in the Discord community. So make sure that you're a member of our Discord. So now let's deep dive and talk about the recommendations that Joab has for you guys. Give us a couple of recommendations for the traders who are watching this. How should they complete the evaluation?
Okay. One thing that I should communicate to my fellow traders is of all the phases in trading for the challenge, the first challenge matters a lot. Okay. The first phase matters a lot. Yeah, yeah. And if you have a bigger percentage, a bigger profit target, it becomes a bit hard for you because most prop firms will ask you to achieve to hit a target of 8%, 10%, sometimes 12, others say 15. But now my flash funding gives you an opportunity to trade and make a profit of 6% in your first phase. Yeah. Which is easily achievable, and this is a very rare lower target you will ever find. If you will find it anywhere with any other prop firm, it's because my flash funding has developed it or introduced it, and now they're just getting the idea from my flash funding. So it is easy to hit that, to make that target of profit. And once you make that target of profit, you will get the belief and faith within you that you have started a journey of a successful trade. So you calm down and you gain confidence in yourself to take you to the second challenge. Now, when you get to a second challenge, you're already used to that target, it becomes easier for you to achieve it. That is one good thing that I have seen with my flash funding. Secondly, I have told you that my flash funding has got a quicker response once you have purchased a challenge, and you have to, let me say, you need your you have to receive the logins for the challenge you have purchased. It doesn't take minutes. Yeah. Okay, if it takes minutes, it is a rare case. Me, I haven't experienced it. It comes within just seconds of purchasing the account. When you pass the account, immediately, in fact, you have automatically you will receive, you'll be notified that you have passed the challenge. However, it is good as a trader to follow your account. But when I was getting my funded account with my flash funding, I had put my trades and my stop losses, they were a bit higher than the target. So I hit the target before the stop losses could, rather the take profit levels could be reached. And it was sensed within the system of my flash funding, and they closed the account the trades automatically, and they sent me a message. That's nice. You have passed this. You have passed the level without me closing the trades manually, which is a rare provision with other prop firms. Another thing is when you get to be funded, this is when joy will fill you. Yeah. I was very surprised with my first withdrawal on my flash funding, because most prop firms will ask you to trade for over 30 days before you make a withdrawal. Yeah. But my flash funding only gives you 2 weeks, which is 14 days. Yeah. Yes. So I traded for 14 days, and when my time for withdrawal came, my withdrawal was activated, that slot was activated, and I just clicked and put how much I want to withdraw. Guess what? It just took 2 hours for my money to land onto my BTC wallet.
That's
That
nice.
was a surprise
That's
because
nice.
most prop firms will give you 3 to 5 days for you to receive your payment. So I received my payment in the next 2 hours. That was a challenge. That was an amazing experience that I've ever had with prop firms. And all the trading rules of my flash funding are clear. There are no hidden rules,
Yeah, totally agree.
and they
Totally agree.
have good brokers that they use, and there is no manipulation, and the spreads are very low. So you do not have such charges that you will experience elsewhere. So those are some of the few reasons that I can put on table for my fellow traders to adapt or to try my flash funding and see the difference in prop farm trading.
Nice, man. Nice. It was my pleasure to talk to you. And thank you so much for your time for today's interview. And you have basically done our first Fundy Trainer interview that's going to be posted on our YouTube channel. And guys, if you have watched until the end, thank you so much. And do not forget that you participate in the $10,000 My Flash Funding account giveaway that we have talked about earlier on. So thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it from this one. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now.